You ever get home after a hard day's work and find yourself all by your lonesome? Well, before you go logging in some games, why don't we take a look at some anime that'll make for some unforgettable company? Number 10.
ごめん、あかね。俺、好きな子できた。
最近なんか冷たいなぁとは思ってました。
Starting the weekend off with some cozy gaming, we have My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999, a personal favorite of mine. This has to be one of the single best 13 episodes of romance anime you could ask for. Well, I guess you could think differently if you have something against gamer boys. But why spend your weekend hating on the little things? Sit back and enjoy watching Akane use all her extrovert energy to win over the stoic eyes of Yamada-kun. This ain't as simple a rom-com ride as you'd expect either. While the cast is one of the funniest you'll see in a long time.
たくま、わー、すごい偶然。
山田さんじゃないですか。山田さんですよね。誰？知らねえの？この人超有名なプロゲーマーだよ。すごいんだよ。
There is sorrow, selfishness, and insecurity sprinkled all over this endearing love story. It's easy to see both Yamada and Akane as these all-perfect characters, and maybe that's just to be expected. But the carefully paced imperfection of these characters is what makes it all shine, making it all the more satisfying to watch over not just Yamada and Akane get together, but also this clan of gamers as a whole. Pair all that with a fantastic animation and direction by Studio Madhouse, and you have a neatly packaged rom-com that'll get you laughing and swooning the weekend long.
買ってきてくれたの？
血だらだら出てるの気になったんで。
それでわざわざ？
まあ、あとコーラ3杯くらい飲んじゃったし。
Number 9.
全然臭くねって。
バカ！書くな！
むしろお前、なんかいい匂いが。
Punching on, let's take a look at Tomo-chan Is a Girl. One of the truest tomboys to take the limelight in recent years of anime, Tomo's journey to girly recognition is every bit of energetic fun that you'd want in a weekend binge. Similar to her last entry as well, there's a real strength here when it comes to the cast at large, with the supporting characters doing a lot to keep me in love with the otherwise predictable development between physical tomboy and ignorant muscle man.
相沢さんは魅力的な女の子だと思うよ。少なくとも僕にはそう見える。男にそんなこと言われたの初めてだ。
Misuzu and Carol are clear standouts, with Misuzu of course being my favorite with her icy glare and all. Carol is a bunch of fun too though, and like everyone else, she isn't as one-dimensional as you'd expect, surprising even me at times. Truthfully, while I had known about the series for a while, I never really felt like giving it a go. But when I did, I couldn't help but find myself laughing along. While nothing extraordinary happens here, it's still solid fun and a full-circle romance that used to be quite a darn rarity. What more can you ask for? Really?
お前ら先輩と仲良くなりてんだろ。ならまずは私のダチになれよ。私でよければ力になるから。
Number 8.
覚悟なさい。あんたみたいな変態痴漢無礼のスリーアウト平民はこの私が直々に消し済みにしてあげるわ。待ってよ、スラさん。落ち着いて。
Using his strongest against your strongest, we have Chivalry of the Failed Knight. Continuing on with some action, this anime has a special place in my heart as my personal favorite from the golden age of Fantasy Academy anime. You want an overpowered MC? How about a badass beautiful love interest? Well, we have a little more than just that here. This little gem just happens to have actual real romance and pretty early on too. That's right my friends, we have finally found the dere after the tsun, and it's everything you could have imagined. Outside of the romance side of things though, Chivalry of the Failed Knight just has some badass fight scenes.
これが僕の編み出したノーブルアーツ。僕の最強をもって君の最強を打ち破る。
I also have a soft spot for the more minimal things in life, so the MC just using his sleek black sword is an absolute treat to watch every time. There's damage, there's emotions, and with that comes satisfying as hell triumph. Now, I'll let you in on this early, but this is actually the only action pick on this list. So if that's what you're looking for, do consider going through this one.
ステラ。そう呼ばないとよろしくしてあげない。
じゃあよろしくステラ。
仕方ないわね。
Number 7.
この子ギフティアなんだよな。でも今日から俺たちパートナーだね。よろしくアイラ。
よろしく。
Taking a leap of faith, let's head on into Plastic Memories. For fans of the channel, you may remember this from one of our more tear-inducing lists. Plastic Memories is indeed an anime you can only watch after fully accepting that you'll be totally destroyed by the end of these 13 episodes. Yeah, there's some funny stuff of course, and the reason this is such a great weekend binge is because it's short and compact. Kinda like our girl Ira here. It's the type of show that's hard to nitpick just because of how quickly you'll be finding yourself at the end of the series.
お前に頼みがある。いいか、二度とアイラに無茶させるんじゃねえ。わかったか？
はい怖かった。
Going over a bunch of cases of expired androids, eventually it all culminates in the end of the relationship between Ira and Tsukasa. Sure, there are a bunch of smaller sad moments strewn throughout as well. The business of taking away precious android partners from their owners ain't a happy one after all. But no matter how many times I've seen the whole series and how much I remember what happens, it doesn't make it any easier to see through it all to the end. No matter how quick that may be.
明日がニーナのタイムリミットだ。ジズさんは今まで以上に頑なになるかもしれない。
仕事をしているうちは私にも存在意義がある。
Number 6.
私と
よし来い。
明日も会ってくれる？
Next up, flaunting young love, we have Tsuredure Children. This one will most definitely be the easiest on this list to binge. And why is that, you may ask? Is it because of its gut-wrenching fast humor? What about the explosive displays of affection that would make even a mountain blush? Well, those are certainly a factor, but also this 12-episode anime is only 12 minutes long per episode. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Well, you're sure to regret it if you did, because I know I wouldn't mind having hour-long episodes for this rom-com series.
明日はちゃんと好きって言うから。じゃあまた明日ね。
I've mentioned the affection, but I don't think you can truly understand what I mean until you get in on the show. It's all just a speedrun of love between a bunch of paired up characters and in the best way possible. It doesn't get into any drama or anything too intense, focusing solely on the good things in love life. A life I can only hope to one day see.
僕、カジさんのこと好きになれそうな気がする。タバコ、やめてくれたらね。
死ね！
Those were some romance anime we just went through, and hey, look at that! We didn't need to go through tens of hours too! In case the weekend isn't packed yet though, we still have a bit more in store. But if you do love what you see, consider leaving a super thanks on this video. That happiness would last way longer than a weekend on our side. If not though, it's all coolio. Like and subscribe to show your support instead. Share this video to spread the love, and comment down below to join our ever-growing community. Number 5.
天野です。F 組。違う、同じ音で。僕気持ち悪すぎるよ。露骨にキモータ全開じゃないか。
よろしくね、天野くん。
Locked in the game of love, next up is gamers. Yamada-kun ain't the only gamer on this list. One of the more classic gamer rom-coms, it really doesn't try to hide it with its on-the-nose name and its surprising game cameos. There's only one reason I'm here though, and that is of course Karintendo. Imagine a blonde gaming beauty morbidly obsessed with getting into your family registry. That literally couldn't be me, but a man can dream.
やばい、めっちゃモフモフしてる。タスクやっぱゲームうまい。
あんまりはしゃいでんじゃねえよ。相変わらず。
And despite the Shota voice, Kita is an admirable man to look up to with his caring, almost simp-like nature. What separates him from simps for me is how he goes the extra mile and actually backs up his words. Well, sometimes his caring nature can be a bit too much, if you know what I mean. I can only pray that Karintendos everywhere win their battle.
天野くん、
やっぱりうちの部に来てよね、お願い。私君に少し興味あるの。
Number 4.
汚れちゃってる
マジで？
背中。はあ、うん、もう大丈夫。
Proving introverts do have a chance, let's get into As the Moon So Beautiful. This poetically named anime is as close as you can get to an anime film that's almost 5 hours long. Indeed, the pacing along with the beautiful animation and style all make for a uniquely cinematic feel that strangely feels Ghibli. No, not the heron type Ghibli, more like ocean waves and From Up on Poppy Hill, only without the war themes. The 12 episodes are here to paint one singular picture, and for that reason, I wouldn't spend more than 1 or 2 days finishing this up. That shouldn't be too hard either since this moves pretty fast despite the gentle pace.
ごめん、私連絡するの忘れてた。用具係の連絡もあって。LINE？聞いてもいい？
We go through all the ups and downs from like to love to continuing to love again. It's just a very raw look into young love, only with the bright end to the tunnel that old senile people like me can only regret not having. Who would have thought the same studio that brought us Kiss X Sis would be cooking up such a sweet and gentle love story like this one?
今日のこと学校では言わないで。恥ずかしい。ありがとう。
Number 3.
こいつが見たかったのか？
もっと離れたところから冬島を見たことはあるんだけど。
Free falling into our watch list, we have WorldEnd. Another member of the tear-inducing list makes a visit, as WorldEnd is just a must-watch if you're ever feeling like shedding a tear or two. However, it's the integration of the fantasy element that sets this apart from the usual sad suspects. There's some pretty nice action to be seen here, and some real stakes often absent from other action anime. It's also gorgeously animated with a fitting production to squeeze out the necessary emotions. All of that wouldn't matter though without the endearingly innocent cast under our MC's care. At the helm of that is of course Kotori, Willem's sweetheart over the course of the show. I could yap some more, but this series, as thought-provoking as it is a pretty straightforward watch you can sit back and enjoy. A straight road to the end that you really just have to experience yourself.
久しぶりミレム。秘密の兵器倉庫へいらっしゃい。あれ、背少し伸びた？
なんでお前がここにいる？ナイグラート。
なんでって当たり前じゃない。ここが私の職場だもの。
Number 2.
大丈
夫。どこに行くんだ？送るから。
Trying to capture the meaning of love, we move on to Tada Never Falls in Love. Now this right here is as close to a true slice of life anime as there is on this list. I've avoided a lot of them as I think the usual slice of life is better enjoyed day to day rather than in a single weekend. With that in mind, this series is pretty plotless outside of Teresa being a secret princess who just wants to fulfill her weeaboo desires.
はじめまして、テレサ・ワーグナーです。
Before we get to that though, it's all just chill vibing. I mean, just look at this cat! The perfect example of what these 13 episodes will be giving you. But as I mentioned, this isn't just a meandering experience. It's a short and sweet journey showing the joys of friendship, connections, and love. And how important it is to hold on to these while you can. Oh, and always remember to capture the moment.
この金髪、本物？おい、伊集院。
テレサ！離れて！
Number 1.
一方的に三大欲求を奪っていった悪魔よ。何がロマンティックキラーなんだ。全部ぶち壊してロマンティックキラーに私はなる。
And finally, for our most killer entry, we got Romantic Killer. One of the most solid creations to come out of Netflix anime. This is scientifically designed to be the optimal weekend binge. Highly animated comedy, totally intense shoujo drama, what more can a girl ask for? Well, chocolate and her cat, I guess.
とにもかくにもチョコ命。愛してる。そして最愛の恋人は。
Thankfully for us though, we're just here to watch and enjoy. So pull out your chocolates and hug your kitty tight, cause now that Aria Takahashi MC is here, the weekend is looking as romantic as ever, baby. That's some weekend rhymes, yo.
早速出た。イケメン。すみません。弁償します。
弁償とか別に。俺も前見てなかったし。
And that is all for this video. Now that school is out and you can lurk on the work, I hope at least one of these anime can keep you good company this weekend. If you like what you see though, as always, like and subscribe to see more. Share this video to get others into the action and comment down below your worries from this week. We'll be there when you need it. I promise. Probably. Till next time.